Love is the greatest lie ever told. Religious and family institutions sold it to you early. Who are the romantics? Women are really opportunists. Being in a relationship is marketed to men like a new Lamborghini or a new Porsche, a new sports car, or whatever. So it's something every guy he's young. All he wants is one girl just to be his. Because let's face it, most men do not get a lot of women. Most men don't sleep with a lot of women. And most men get into long relationships, drain their life. And like I said, if you look at the statistics, most men aren't even sleeping with women who they get in relationships with. What's the point? And I'm pretty sure, I can't speak for all men, but I think that's the main point of getting with a lot of women. Other than that, why not get with your homeboys, a platonic relationship? Not because you want to sleep with women. So, and pause on that too, because I got I got a coworker who will watch and he'll go wild if he hear me saying some stuff like that. But pause. But anyway, that's the whole point. Anyway, when it's topic of romance, men give romance romance. Men offer to take women on dates. Men will pay for the date. Men give the gifts. Men celebrate Mother's Day. Men celebrate Valentine's Day by giving. Women receive. You don't. So basically, the return on investment is lacking. Men don't get shit. The longer you're in it, the less you get. So every romantic relationship, heterosexual anyway, is basically a bitch. The more value you bring, that determines on if the relationship lasts longer. But it's always a transaction. Experience, males, or rather, it's a female privilege, not a male experience. It's almost as if the more you invest in the woman, the less you respect. The more you give, you get, and really, there's a topic on TikTok about like love bombing. Like love bombing is considered like you first get into a relationship and hot and heavy for you. They'll do anything. And after a while, longer you with them, the less more comfortable to get, the more they can take from you to provide and give to them, the less you'll get. So, like I say, most men really are in it for sex, but they get dragged along everything else. These Disney movie fairy tales that they're told they should get. Women are told they should get like the events and stuff like that. The fact that you get to be married, the fact that you get to call yourself a wife, the fact that you get the ring and the kids and stuff like that. But after a while, that's not good enough either. And what you'll find is you went from being able to get off work, go home and flip her over and do what you want to do, to being yelled out about socks being on the ground or some stupid shit, or you not clean, stuff like that. Men have a bad fantasy and females have a kind of awesome reality, even though they grow bitter every fucking day they're with you or whatever. But still, I'm kind of awesome to think you got a pet wallet you can use, someone to chauffeur you around, somewhere to pay half the bills. All of this stuff is not good enough. Women want status, security, and control. Men want peace, loyalty, and sex. So when you look at those things, men want peace, loyalty, sex. Women want status and other things like that. You can see that the long-term goals of the relationship are kind of like incompatible. Women initiate like 70 to 80% of divorces. And many women are married many times. And they don't have to get married to take money from you. Divorce is a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard hit. And you got assets is really bad. But if you're a regular guy, you don't even have any assets. But the fact that you spend so much time and effort working on a relationship, they were just leeching off of you. you get the point. You're not getting a lot of. And let me just say this: lawsuits are becoming the new divorce. They don't even have to get married to you anymore. They can say things like sexual assault, etc., etc. And we're seeing a lot of that come up in the news now. So people and their desires, no matter what gender, people have their desires, you know. So that's not a bad thing. I don't fault women for using relationships the way they use them. I don't fault men using relationships the way they use them. And nobody wants to be used, and everybody wants to get ahead. But I would say, regardless of your gender, put everybody in the box and use them accordingly. And that's the best advice I can give. I have daughters, so I kind of like think about what I would want from my daughter and stuff like that. And it's not a bad deal if she can find a simp to get married to. Who cares? But got somebody who doesn't mind getting taken advantage of, because the romance is, if you're willing to be taken advantage of. Myself, I'm not willing to, but hopefully my daughters can find somebody who is. And for some people, that's not a bad deal. Whatever.